Welcome in, everybody, to Fantasy Pros MLB, brought to you right here by PrizePicks. It is leading off time. Happy opening day, everybody. We got there. We did it. We're here. Let the marathon begin. It's me, Joey P, and of course, the Welsh joining me, and all the Peanuts and the Cracker Jacks in the chat, and all of you who are watching live, but also listening. And I encourage everybody to listen live, watch us live on our YouTube channel, which, by the way, we called our shot yesterday, and we hit it out of the park, Welsh. We are at 12,000 subscribers. Thank you, everybody out there. Well done. When we get to 15,000, I will wear a wig of Welsh's choice. So if that's not motivation, Welsh, I don't know what is. Happy baseball
the greatest
day.
thing ever. Yeah, I'm ecstatic. It's opening day. I was shocked, by the way, when I got the message last night that we had hit 12 because Joe kept hitting these markers. He's like, "Hey, we're gonna do this." I'm like, "All right, buddy, we'll do that." And he's like, "No, we're gonna do this." And I'm like, "All right." I'm gonna stop not believing in what you say 100%. But I do love. Did you say, just on record, at any time this season when we hit 15, that wig is on
15K subs? It's only 3,000 away now, which seems like nothing. At this point, forget it, because we've got the waiver wire videos going on. We've got your trade videos every single week too. So it's not just leading off. We're full service baseball. We got the short videos. We got the big time leading off show every single day. We got fantasy talk. We got wagering talk. And who knows? Could be a Girl Scout wig. Could be, I don't know. Could be some 80s hair metal band thing. There's a lot of choices out there.
I was personally thinking like presidential, like the
oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, you know, like the curl. That's what I was going with.
You mean
like
we'll see. Wait, you mean like old school George Washington presidential,
George
or
Washington.
Like hair helmet?
No. I'm thinking George Washington. Like,
I
think that would be a good look.
Well, though, I will tell you, be a voice that goes along with that wig.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you though. Maybe like a good hair band, actually, like good hair metal band, like 80s hair metal. That actually might be the ticket. But we got to get there so you guys know what to do.
Cousin Donnie back in the chat too. I'm going to be visiting Cousin Donnie in just a few hours, actually. In about, 24 hours, I'll be in Arizona visiting him. So Cousin Donnie back in the chat. I don't know what kind of wigs he's got. That terrifies me. Let's get to baseball, folks. Let's talk about the headlines. First, good news. Wander Franco in the lineup. Juan Soto in the lineup. Here's an interesting note based off some conversation Walsh and I just had recently. The Braves and Orlando Arcia agreed to a 3-year, $7.3 million deal. What does this mean for Vaughn Grissom?
Well, I think it means the thing that was implied when he was sent down. He will not be the shortstop of this team. I don't think it went well, even though I think he worked with I think it was Ron Washington in the offseason.
Yes, it was.
There were good positive comments that were said around it, but like clearly there was something deeper. What this tells me, and by the way, let's also not pretend like that deal would preclude him from being a shortstop in the future. And he could be a super util and, like a lockdown thing if he doesn't work out. But to me, I think that's going to mean Vaughn Grissom is going to be learning and playing some other positions, because it looks like they kind of got their defensive guy here for the near future. But who knows? I don't think it's super great. And I woke up and saw that and went, okie dokie. Happy opening day to Vaughn Grissom.
Yeah, so Vaughn Grissom, you can buy your Dynasty shares cheap right now on Vaughn Grissom. By the way, Chris Evans, Captain America, in the chat here. 13,000 subs, and Joe wears Scott Steiner's chainmail gimmick. I'm all for that. I'll wear the sunglasses and the whole thing. That would be hilarious. I'm in for it. That might be harder to secure, but we'll figure it out. I'll go to Home Depot. We'll get something. I don't know.
What is it? What is it? A big
chain? Like Scott Steiner used to wear the chainmail headdress thing.
Oh my God.
Like, end of WCW, Big Papa Pump era.
Would you do the beard he does?
Oh, yeah, I'll do the goatee. Yeah, I'll do that in like a couple hours. Come on, throw that. All right, more headlines here. The Pirates still in negotiation with Brian Reynolds. He is a big trade chip to fall at some point in this season. Byron Buxton hitting third opening day. More lineup stuff too. Jazz Chisholm hitting in the cleanup spot. That's interesting. Against Scherzer today. Josh Young hitting fifth. Derek Hall for the Phillies also batting cleanup. And Jordan Walker in the lineup hitting eighth. Another news-worthy topic, too. The Mets are not planning to name a closer. Now, Buck Showalter, I saw his comments yesterday, Welsh. It was basically like, yeah, Robertson's the most experienced guy. It's probably going to be a lot more Robertson. But he seemed kind of open to some other folks in there. So what do you think about this Mets closer position? Is this something even worth investing in it all, or are you just kind of holding your breath, waiting till they make a move eventually for a Bednar or somebody else?
Well, I do think they're going to make a move. I think at some point they're going to make this move. But I was never sold like everybody else that David Robertson was the anointed one. I thought Adam Ottavino would be someone that would get a look, and it kind of looks like that's going to be the thing. I think there's multiple of these situations. The Mets just happen to be like the best team with a weird closer situation. Well, I'd also say the Phillies. I don't know if they've anointed Kimbrel the guy, but they got Sir Anthony, they got Soto. There's a couple of those that like investment is in, I would go and pick up just out of like, pure speculation, but I don't know if it's going to happen. We've also got like the Diamondback situation, which is not guaranteed. Kevin Ginkel might be the guy, but they got a million others. Today and tomorrow, probably going to be big storytellers for us of like who we're trying to speculate on saves. And I'm not surprised at this one at all because people were bumping Robertson up to like the 180s.
I know. I was like, I think he's a fine patchwork guy if you're waiting on Duran or you're waiting on Munoz to get the job for like April into May. By the way, if you ginkle when you're tinkle, make sure you keep it neat and wipe the seat. That's always a good thing to remember out there.
Oh, Joe, I miss this.
I miss this too.
Even this. Even
this. Let's
the dad thing.
Now, normally at this point in the show, we do 3 up and 3 down, which is the best of the stat people, but we don't have any stats because, well, it's opening day. So instead, figured we throw out some milestones for you, which some are very easily attainable. Some are kind of surprising where we're at.
So these are season milestones that players can get.
Season milestones that people can cash in on here. So Zach Greinke is 118 Ks away from 3,000. Welsh, does he get it?
Oh,
we'll
man.
Rapid fire these.
Yes.
Okay, so yes to that one. Kershaw, 193 away from 3K, also 3 wins shy of 200. So he'll get the 200 wins. Will he get to the 193 Ks?
I'm going to say no on the Ks. Yes, obviously on the wins.
Okay, this is fun. Verlander, 173 Ks away from 10th all time. That's pretty stunning when you think about it.
Yeah, and that's yes. Anything with Verlander's a yes.
He's also 6 wins shy of 250. Scherzer is 178 Ks away, by the way, from also getting to around that mark. We also have Adam Wainwright, 5 wins away of 200. So that's an interesting one as well. I assume we get 5 wins out of Wainwright this year, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's part of me
a pretty low bar.
Like, yeah, but it's a pretty low bar. He'll get there.
Miguel Cabrera, 96 hits away from 15th all time.
Yeah.
Okay. And the last couple here, we got some closers. Kimbrel, which is funny because my phone actually, as I was typing in last night, if you notice, it went to Kimberly. So Kimbrel. Yeah, so it it definitely autocorrected. So Kimberly is 6 saves away from 400, and Kimberly Jansen is 9 saves away from that mark as well. We assume both will get that. Yes?
Yeah. I mean, Kimbrel, I think, is the diciest one there. I'm not worried about Jansen, but I'm just still not guaranteed. I don't know. I don't know that Kimbrel has this all locked down, and they can move away from a guy real easy. If Kimbrel has any struggles, that Philly team has no time, no patience, and you got Soto and Sir Anthony. But yeah, I mean, for argument's sake here, it's pretty close.
Dr. Glenn in the chat, 8 minutes into the show and no mention of Ohtani, a new record. It might be, but don't expect it to last very long. Chris Evans, by the way, continues to kill it in the chat. I see that Michael Harris batting 7th today against Patrick Corbin. My condolences to anyone who drafted him in the 3rd round of main leagues. This is one of the guys that I think was Colette threw out there, right, on one of our shows about, worrying about him returning that value, not being a good player, not being a good investment, but being a good investment in that return. The Braves lineup is loaded. What do you think about this spot where he's hitting today?
Well, I was actually going to turn it into something else. This is also going to be a moment for everybody to not have absolute panic attacks today because, take for perfect example, I can already feel it if it doesn't work. Corbin Carroll today, they haven't released the Diamondbacks lineup, but he's a lefty going up against Julio Urias. That might not work out so great today. You're going to see some platoony things. One game isn't going to be the be all end all. I would say the same thing about Michael Harris. You also have everybody's main starter out today. So if there's one big struggle, I don't think there's a victory lap necessarily for Michael Harris hitting 7 or anything like that either. But I don't like it. I don't want him to be hitting 6 or 7 all season. I'd like him to move up, as I would Carroll as well if he's hitting low.
All right, so a lot of Harris chat here in right now. And again, if you're listening back to the show, we understand some of you have real jobs. We understand a lot of you actually have lives too, I've been told. But we love when you even just, once a week, you pop in here live with us. We love chatting with you here live on the FantasyPros MLB channel. Now, also a new part of the show this year is going to do some prize picks, which again is going to tie into DFS. It's going to tie into your daily setting lineups, all those things. When you have opening day, Welsh, it's always tricky because you have all the best pitchers going on the same day. So you got all the aces out there. You've got uncertainty regarding innings, regarding pitch counts. You have some weird things that typically do happen as well. So To me, opening day is one of those days, especially in this universe where like you enjoy baseball, you watch the baseball, but be very careful in what you're investing in and play your studs. Don't overthink it, all that good stuff. But opening day can be a little bit of a bizarre day and a very difficult one, especially today if you're playing DFS or if you're making prize picks as well, because prize picks, obviously, boom, the new sponsor of the show. We want to give them some love and they want to give you some love back. So Fantasy Pros leading off each and every day is presented by PrizePicks, the easiest and fastest way to play daily fantasy sports. Pick the over or under on player props and win up to 25 times your money. Use the promo code leading off when you sign up, and they'll match your first deposit up to $100. That's pretty good. So, Welsh, you've got some prize picks. I've got some prize picks. Let's talk about them and what they mean for opening day.
Yes, I put a little prize pick out there for you for 10 times. Obviously, you can go up to, I believe it's 5, and you can get that 25 times. So I've got 3 that I'm going to put together. So if you were to put a $20 down, put a $20 down, you could get $100 back if you were to do these. And here are my 4. Pablo Lopez, his strikeouts are set at 4. And I think this is a great spot for Pablo Lopez to get right on the strikeout front. It's one of my more favorite strikeout props to get because it's a low number. There's some big high ones. Like obviously I want to be involved in like Jacob deGrom today, but that's at 8. But you could obviously play the lower front if you had, but I never bet against Jacob deGrom on strikeouts on any given day. So you're pairing these together. Pablo Lopez, 4 strikeouts, take the over. Shohei Ohtani, take the over on the strikeouts at 6.5. And one of my favorites of the day, I'm locked into him, Manny Machado. They've got a hits plus runs plus RBI, which is a super fun one. You know, it's a different take off of like total bases. 1.5 hits plus run plus RBI. So Pablo Lopez on the more, Ohtani on the more strikeouts, and Machado on the more hit run RBI. That 20 can get you 100, and I placed it last night. So that's my prize picks for the day.
There you go. By the way, before I get to my picks for the day, Thomas killing it in the chat too. Thoughts on some IL news with Harper and Altuve going to the 10 instead of the 60 day, and Liam Hendricks starting to get healthier. The Liam Hendricks thing I saw, you know, I was in a salary cap draft right about a week before the season for my home league, and Hendricks, I was trying to sneak through there, but I didn't have enough money. I only had the $1 bids left, and somebody $2'd me, and I'm the hammer, but instead I was the nail. So that's going to come back to haunt me, and I feel that. But the Altuve one is interesting too. I guess there's really optimism with him and Harper that maybe they are going to be back maybe sooner than we projected. But let's just, again, count on 2 months for Altuve, 2+ for Harper still. And remember, they've still got to ramp up too. You know, I don't know what it's going to look like when you come back from the injuries they're coming back from. So those are important things. For me, real quick on prize picks, Ozzie Albies, in the over. The 1.5 total bases. I'm going to be trolling the Cubs today, which is not going to be something new. And Marcus Stroman, 26.5 here for the under on his pitcher fantasy score, which is a fun one. So you like fantasy stuff, it's right in your wheelhouse. They got fun stuff on prize picks. And I like this one. They got the duos, Corbin Burns and Shane McClanahan, 13.5 strikeouts over. So I can take the two guys.
I didn't see that one. I like that one.
Yeah, you like them apples? To me, that's the gimme of the day. Let's go to some of our favorite wagers of the day too, since again, we don't have a lot of stats to talk about, and a lot of things. Everything's going to happen today. So we'll talk about that tomorrow on the show. But Welsh, you've got some bets that you're throwing out there. I know I've got a few as well. I even locked in a little parlay, which I'm not a big fan of, but I did put a couple things together that I really do like. And it's a simple one. You can throw a little bit of cash on there and make some money. Welsh, what do you have for the people?
Yeah, you know, it's funny about the parlay stuff. Like I like a lot of you want to play around in the strikeout market, but the strikeout stuff is all like minus 145. You know, that's like Ohtani strikeout number was like minus 145. So I felt that really hard. I think there's a lot of good money and good plus money on total bases today. So I've got a couple guys that I bet solo and I put them with 1 or 2. If I ever like parlay stuff, I don't like to do 3. I'll just give me 2 guys, lock them in for better odds. Austin Riley today, total bases 1.5. It's plus 105. I found that over on DK. And of course, you can find all of these numbers if you go to Betting Pros and you check out the cheat sheet, which is awesome. It'll line out all the projected stuff, everything you can go. I like also that the sheet will throw players in my face. So then I can try to go and figure out who I want.
It's hard.
I actually filtered
especially if they just played. They're a little smelly too. You know, you just want to write in your face. Like that's a lot.
Yeah, exactly. I filtered it too for like plus money money stuff, so it only showed me plus money. But I like Austin Riley total bases 1.5 over. Manny Machado, again, he's in kind of everything for me today. He's plus 125 on DK for total base 1.5 over, and Wander Franco total base 1.5 is plus 130. So those are three I really like. And I paired together, kind of like you said, in a parlay. I like the Atlanta team total runs at 4.5 over today as they're going up against this is Tigers, right? I had a complete brain fart.
Against Tigers.
Yep. So 4.5. Max Fried is going. Eduardo Rodriguez. I love that total team, and I paired that with Tampa Bay money line because I want to be invested somehow in like Shane McClanahan today, and that's why I liked your price.
Me too.
Because I'm finding it hard to find where I can put him. So Tampa
Bay
you
money
can do
line
it on
and the
team total.
He's cheaper than a lot of the other aces, which I thought was kind of. We'll get to that in a second too. Here's one. We've got a lot of famous people in the chat today. Chipper Jones here too, or at least Chip Jones. I guess he's trying to, a little anonymity potentially. Olsen's my bet for the first home run. I was gonna pick Olsen today. He does have the lefty-lefty matchup, so I was a little hesitant on that. But I am picking a Brave. Spoiler alert. We're going to do the home run calls at the end of the show today, and we'll get the board back up and the whole thing going. And if you want to make home run calls, again, fantasypros.com/chat, you have to join our Discord and go to the home run channel. We're giving away fabulous prizes this year for the winner. We're trying to get an overall winner prize. We're working on a All-Star Break winner prize as well. And we're going to have monthly prizes too, $25 gift cards. So again, it's just fun, just calling home runs. Boom. Today, I'm looking at the over. DK is good for K-props today. DraftKings 6.5 over on Aaron Nola strikeouts going against the Rangers. Love that one. Alcantara going against the Mets is just 4.5. That's a very low number on DK. It's minus 120, but you can hit that pretty hard. I think that's basically a lock.
I was staring at that one for a long time. I also want to throw out on the inverse. I believe Max Scherzer is 5.5 strikeouts. So he's only one more above.
Pound the Scherzer ones today. 100%.
Yeah. So I just want to throw those two out because I stared at Alcantara a whole lot, but Scherzer was the one in that game that was kind of jumping out.
Shane McClanahan over 7+ strikeouts here, minus 108 on FanDuel. You could do the teaser where you can slide the line. I think that's about where the line is, where you're getting the best bang for your buck there. I think it's a great opportunity against Detroit. I think he's definitely in there for 8 or 9. So 7, you can get it right at minus 108. The D-backs plus 184 on the money line. That's right. That's the over the LA Dodgers today. Colin, that's my upset special of the day. You like them apples?
I mean,
got
I love
Zach
that
Gallen
one
on the mound. Let's go. I know you do. Atlanta minus 1.5. Is the minus 137 over Washington. I'm in on that. I've got money on that today. And another upset special for you. How about the Phillies at plus 116 on the money line over Jacob deGrom? I don't know how many innings Jacob deGrom is going to throw today. Let's get into the bullpen a little bit, boys. Come on, let's go. I'm just saying, I think a lot of people have that one wrong. Aaron Nola has been spectacular. The limiting of Aaron Nola's walks in the last year and a half, Welsh, has really thrust him into fantasy ace conversation of like the top 10 guys, maybe even top 5. And I feel like he still doesn't get enough credit. Why do you think that is when it comes to Aaron Nola?
Well, I mean, that's actually a really good question. Like,
all the numbers bear it out. Like, he is closer to those guys than he is the top 15 guys.
Yeah, I agree. He's gone deeper into games as well. I actually wanted to bet Corey Seager today, but I just don't trust it up against Aaron Nola because Aaron Nola will absolutely pump the strike zone. He was one of those guys, too, in the early draft season. I actually noticed I was lower on the consensus, and I hated that because I like Aaron Nola like over Dylan Cease. I would rather have for sure. So I'm actually avoiding. There were bets I wanted to take. Obviously, I've kind of made it known I like the Rangers this season, but I don't want to play any of them today up against Aaron Nola.
Kevin Law with a question here in the chat for Discord. Does it specify baseball? Yes. We have our Fantasy Pros Discord. And then when you go in there, you'll see the baseball channels. There's a million of them. There's home run. There's people looking for leagues. There's trade advice. There's a million things in there. So it's very clear where baseball and football is. Go Cards wanted to know, are you making any of the predictions today? No, I did all of that on another show. It's on the channel. Matt Stryker. Yes, that Matt Stryker from WWE fame and I, my co-host at Sports Grid, weekly doing the baseball show there. He also does the Bettor's Eye over at MLB Network. We did a whole 30 plus minutes about all the futures, all the teams, all the awards. Go check that out because we don't have enough time to do that today. And Chris Evans back again. He's taking it back. He's taking Olsen back. He's going Michael Harris. I like that. He's a little bit, pushing the envelope.
He's like, hey, you guys aren't you worried about him? He's like, aren't you guys worried about it? Yeah, you know what? I'm not. I'm actually not. Fooled you. He's a homer call.
All right, let's talk about some DFS here today. Again, FanDuel is always a little looser. That's why sometimes it's easier to play over there. McClanahan is cheapest of all the aces on there. 10.4 against Detroit,
right,
and you
let
can
me ask
make
you
it work.
something.
Yeah.
Because I agree with you. I'm like all McClanahan. I'm a little bit worried McClanahan's exposure is going to be massively high
No,
today
no,
because
no. And
you
I'll
don't
tell you
think
why.
so?
It's because because there's going to be so much public money in today because it's opening day and
Okay,
people
good
aren't good at
point.
DFS are going to be like, I love the Yankees. I want to play Garrett Cole today. I want to play Max Scherzer today. I want to play. They're going to be all into the big public teams with the big public aces. Everybody's going to be trying to do that. I think Shane McClanahan still just from a sharp point of view, McClanahan is a Cy Young candidate. From the general baseball public, they look at him as a good pitcher, but they see the bigger names and they're going to be drawn to some of those bigger names today
Yeah.
because it's opening day. I think this is why you specifically go to McClanahan because look, are the Rays more fun to make a lineup with than the Yankees? No. Or the Braves? No. But I'm going to make a lineup with the Braves and I'm going to make a lineup with the Tampa Bay Rays because those are my stacks too. So stacks today, Atlanta. I want to be in Tampa. I want to also look at the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, which by the way is more of a DK play because in some of these FanDuel games, they stop at 9:00. They're like, you know what? We're turning in early. Once we hit 9:40,
Well,
we're
they got to
going to
go
bed.
home. What are
Yeah, they go
they
home.
doing? Why?
I'm in a contest today. It ends at 9:40, the last game. Then the 10:00 game. It's like, no, it's too late for us. You don't want to stay up too late over on FanDuel.
It's that East Coast, West Coast bias.
This is East Coast bias. Also, the Milwaukee Brewers, too. I'm going to be trolling Marcus Stroman today. I love that Brewers lineup. The Brewers have a top 5 rotation. That's right. I said it. So those are all of the pieces there. Now, this is typically the spot where we're going to start talking about our home run calls. And again, this is something fun that we do with our audience. So I know everybody wants to be a part of this. Some people got into it last year. We had some monthly winners who did great. We had some people that joined, and it was a real back and forth last year too.
Oh, right at the end. Absolutely.
Right at the end. It was terrific stuff there. But again, go be a part of it. Make sure you're in it. And also, if you're watching this video back, because if you missed part of what's going on, you're just joining us live now, you can always watch them back. And don't forget to leave a comment below, because when you do, you could get a 1-year free premium upgrade to FantasyPros Premium, which is spectacular. You get all the custom advice and premium content. You get all the access to our great mock draft stuff as well. The Draft Wizard premium options. Everything is part of that premium upgrade. So make sure you get that today and download my playbook to manage all of your lineups, all your waiver wire, all your trades right now. Download it for free. Check it out. It's fantastic. Now, Welsh, we want to get off to a good start with the home run contest. Last year, you and I kind of fell behind and then got up onto the board. I don't want that to happen this year. I want to hit this hard. I want to hit the ground running. So, Welsh, where have you landed for your home run today?
I'm waffling. I got to tell you, I'm waffling. Someone said something in the chat that's been in my brain all day because I got a guy, but I kind of want to go to the other guy. What do I do? Do I have a coin here? I feel like I should flip. Here, hold on. I'm going to flip a coin.
Whoa!
All right. This is how you get off to a good
Welsh's
start.
head on the YouTube channel.
I know. Sorry, it's all gray too. All right. Heads is going to be the guy that I put on the list, which I'm going to tell you is Manny Machado. Tails is the guy that has been tugging at my heartstrings today, and someone mentioned in chat, O'Neal Cruz, who's playing in Cincinnati today. I'm a little bit worried about Hunter Green, who has like a really heavy slider usage on O'Neal Cruz, but this is what we're going to do. So heads is going to be Machado. Tails is going to be O'Neal. Ready?
All right, here we go. My God, the drama, the suspense.
Manny Machado.
We're going Manny Machado it is.
All right, Manny Machado's a home run call.
Wow.
That was my original one, but my gut was pushing me towards O'Neal.
It was amazing. I mean, there was a lot of drama in that one.
Was.
So there you go. Machado is yours. No drama for me. I'm going with Ronald Acuna, who, by the way, is my must-have bat in DFS. 3.9K over on FanDuel. And if you want to know how to get McClanahan and Acuna in lineups, TJ Friedl is sitting in the 2-hole today. He's 2.5. He's going against the Pirates. Wander Franco is 3.1. And our boy Miranda from Minnesota, just 2.8. So you're getting a lot of guys there, a lot of cheap guys over on FanDuel especially. You can really make McClanahan, Acuna work. You can get that stack. I got Albies in that lineup along with I got Albies, Tellez, Miranda, Arozarena, Acuna. We got Friedl in there, Wander Franco. It's not hard, folks. Like, it's really easy to get some good lineups out there today. Now, Welsh, it is opening day, and it is a special time. And I know everybody out here is listening in the chat and watching live right now, too. You have your opening day, things that you're excited to see. what's the Welsh excited to see today, opening day wise? Whether it be fantasy, real baseball, doesn't matter. Like, what are you really excited for?
I mean, the number one thing is stolen bases. I want to see what the stolen base numbers look like today. I want to see how aggressive players are. I want to see which players are going to be aggressive. Is it going to be the top end guys? Are we going to see those middle line guys like the Andres Jimenez's of the world start stealing more bases? Number two is Corbin Carroll. I mean, I got a lot invested in Corbin Carroll this year on all different facets. He is going up against a lefty, though, which I'm worried about. So, and I would easily say stolen bases, Corbin Carroll, and let's go with the three of any of my fun prospect people. Anthony Volpe, I want to see. Jordan Walker, Colas. I want to see how the young guys are going to fare in all of this. But I am just excited to kick up all of my baseball here in just a minute and just watch all day long. That's all I'm going to do.
The Volpe thing is exciting. I think when you take over at shortstop for the New York Yankees.
Yeah.
He's kind of a local kid too. So the Derek Jeter tweet, which was pretty cool, it's like, hey, go get him, kid, kind of stuff. That's fun. That's neat. That's something that doesn't happen very often. And that is very, to do it on opening day, not like the home opener that happens like a week from now with some teams that they're in Yankee Stadium
which I'm
today.
dealing with. Yeah. Bogman is flying into Arizona next week and him and I are going to
check this out, by the way. Bogman's flying in Arizona the day after I leave. I told him, I was like, can you please just fly in another day early so we can hang out? He told me no.
I'm literally missing. You guys are missing by a day. I get to spend time with you this weekend, and I get to spend time with Bogman next weekend. So, hey, it's my birthday month coming up in April. So happy birthday to me.
That's right. That's right. I'm definitely looking forward to the Volpe thing today. That's a big one. Looking at the slate too. I want to see what DeGrom's got, how long DeGrom is going to go.
Oh, you know what? Thank you, Joe. That might be one of the biggest ones as well, is seeing DeGrom out there and seeing him up against
I say 5 innings. Pitching. What do you say? I say he goes 5 innings. That's then they pull him.
Yeah, I think he's going to be capped around 80-ish pitches. The only thing is he's been super efficient, at least in spring and stuff, that he's gone through like 3 innings with 30 pitches. So I think he could go 6, but I think 5 is probably smart. Yeah, I'd say so.
And this is why I'm on the side of this game with the Phillies, because I think Nola can go 6 and change already out of the gate. I think he's ready for it. They could just keep this close. And it'd be funny to see too, the Mets were historically bad scoring runs for Jacob deGrom. I wonder if that travels with him. Could you imagine deGrom goes like 5 scoreless innings and they lose 1-0?
Well, that might be why a first 5 under in that Philly-Texas game might be a lot of fun.
5 under,
but I think it's like 3 runs because it's like 6.5 total on that game because those are 2 of the best pitching matchups. God, we're gonna get Alcantara versus Scherzer, Nola versus deGrom. Let's get out of here and go watch games.
I'm watching that, and also we're also gonna get Jordan Walker making his debut today. That's gonna be super fun to watch as well. I want to see how. This is the first month. I want to see how the Astros handle themselves too, without Verlander, without Altuve, for a couple months. This is going to be a different, I know they're the favorites again, and they should be, but I kind of want to see how they handle their business here because it's a lot for Framber Valdez now to step up as the guy, quote unquote.
Who do you think struggles more, Astros or Dodgers?
Oh, in the first yeah, ask me twice. Dodgers, Mariners and Cleveland today too. Bieber and Castillo. That should be a great matchup. So we got a lot of fun ones too. The Ohtani numbers are really high today. There you go. We got how many minutes into this 30 minutes of the show, and then we got the Ohtani. But I mean, he's going against every time Ohtani faces the A's this year, it's going to be absurd.
That's why I bet it. That's why I bet the 6.5 strikeouts on him today because I think he could have that in the 3rd inning.
There you go. All right, everybody. This is it. It's opening day. This is just the beginning. Now, just as a reminder, too, as I said, I will be on a plane tomorrow with my children visiting Cousin Donnie in the chat. Everybody knows Cousin Donnie from the show. So I'm going to be there live. I'm not going to be doing the show live with Cousin Donnie because we would probably get pulled down from YouTube. That would be a show that would be great once, but then after that, probably we would get canceled. But the Worm is going to be filling in for me on Friday, Monday, and Tuesday while I go have some fun with the children there, my kids on spring break. And it's going to be Welsh and the Worm, which I'm in everyone's favorite radio show. Everybody loves
Welsh and the Worm. Everybody.
Welsh and the Worm. Yeah, let's go. Hey, let's do baseball. But tomorrow's going to be great. I'm jealous because you're going to have baseball to recap tomorrow.
Yes.
Which is going to be awesome. So again, if you haven't already, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to Fantasy Pros MLB. Don't forget to also hit up PrizePicks again. Use that promo code FantasyPros MLB. That's the one that's what you got to go in through. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Cross that off. I'm so used to saying Fantasy Pros MLB. The PrizePicks is leading off. One word, leading off. I'm a dope. I will get better. Be better, Joe. That's what it says here. Right.
You can't even come back
laptop.
tomorrow, Joe. You're off the
I
show.
can't even come back. You're off the show. The
Yeah.
promo code is leading off. So when you sign up for PrizePicks, use the promo code leading off. It's one word. Then you subscribe to Fantasy Pros MLB to join Welsh and myself every single day. It's great to have almost 260 of you at one point watching live. This is going to be fantastic. We want you here with us. We want you here part of the family. We want you to be a peanut and a cracker jack with the rest of our amazing people here. Don't forget to make your home run calls. What about Mike Mayer? Where's his home run call? Mayer, do you have a home run call?
Where is Mike Mayer? So why don't you just say Mountcastle, you coward?
Yeah, I mean, where's your Mountcastle home run now? Huh? Where is it? Where's your Moses now?
We're waiting. By the way, for everybody, when you get in the chat, it's very easy. There's a great bot, the Homerun bot that's created. If you get in the Discord, you literally go in, you type in your name, and it's registered and logged. So that's why you want to be a part of the Discord to keep track of the home run calls. And it'd be great if Mayer was here to make his Mountcastle.
Well, we can only so we'll troll him tomorrow. I'll do it on. Yeah, there you go. Oh, there it is. I'll go with Mountcastle.
Okay, he's gonna just go. We just pressured.
Just bullied him into it. You know what? He'll probably hit 2.
He'll be the one that hits it, and both of ours are not gonna hit.
The worst.
100%.
The worst. On that note, enjoy opening day. Enjoy baseball, everybody. That'll do it for us. But the story of the game goes on. For the Welsh, I'm Joey P. We'll see you next time, kids. Happy baseball.